We're live. I was telling my wife earlier today that I've been wanting to do a shaving video, but just never gotten around to it. But so you only get one take at this. So let me know how it goes. But anyway, I travel a lot for work, and I have for the last few years. So I'm always in hotels, and I'm kind of a weirdo. Gearhead is what I would call it. Like, I like old school knives and old school razors and stuff like that. So just kind of like the lost stuff before everything got all mechanized. I don't know. You know what I'm saying, like old school stuff. Anyway, I use a lot of what they call DE razors or double edge razors. And one of my favorite kits is made by Spearhead. Is that right? Yeah, Spearhead. This is what the company looks like, their logo. But shaving company there in Ohio, they make this little dock kit right here. Basically what this is it's just a little travel case for your razor. So old school. I was at the Hank Williams Museum down there in Montgomery, Alabama. Midnight in Montgomery. And they had the stuff he had on him when he died. And it was this kind of stuff. So what you have here is you have your razor head, which this is an old Gillette made in the US, 2-piece. Kind of cool. Back in the day, Gillette used to make stuff in the US, out of brass. So that's cool. And then there's like a little razor, if I can get it to focus, a little razor blade kit. I use feathers, not all the time, but most of the time I keep those in there. Kind of a neat little razor blade kit case. So anyway, what you do is be careful with feathers though, because they're really, really sharp. Made in Japan. Yeah, just be really careful with them. So what I do in the beginning, first thing I do is you're gonna want to use like a badger hairbrush or a. Let's see if it lost focus on me. This is my first shaving kit or video, y'all. So it's not gonna be real smooth. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you pull out that little razor. Be careful, right? Because you can really get hurt. And then you're gonna drop it down in on top of that. Put this piece on top of there, and you're gonna screw in the handle. Now this is an open comb razor, so it's extremely aggressive. I like these because I don't have to do one or two pass or more than one pass. It's super duper easy. So. And then this is my little travel brush. This is a badger hair. It's actually been soaking, so that's why it looks like that, but kind of neat. Handmade badger brush. I don't think it's going to focus. Oh, no, there you go. Yeah. So anyway, I kind of get that going, get it wet. And then what I'll use today is some, this is from Sterling Soap Company down there in Arkansas. Love those guys. In fact, my wife loves their soaps for ladies. Look how crazy that is. It's like a tallow soap. So what I do when I get out of the shower is I will, first you gotta take a shower or get your face wet. But what I'll do is when I'm done soaking it, I'll just kind of start to work up a little bit of a, it's gonna get kind of messy, so do this over the sink, but making kind of a lather, building up a little lather on here. And I've tried other companies, but Sterling Soap Company, for some reason, their stuff is like, I don't know, it just turns into like this white, beautiful lather. I haven't used this brush in a few weeks, so just kind of pick out some of the hairs in there. Make sure this is focusing on my face. There we go. Gotta preserve that mustache, boys. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't smile when you got this white stuff on your face. Just makes your teeth look real yeller. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where that voice comes from. I'm from West Virginia, so every now and then when I start getting a little silly, I start talking like this, boy. I don't know which one of my uncles that's supposed to be, but yeah. So we get like a nice little lather going on here. This is the reason I have a mustache, to be honest with you, because there's just some spots in my mustache that if I have a real sharp razor, it'll take the top of them off. And like I have a mole, you can't even see it. It's like a flesh colored mole, but it's there. And it's real small, but when that razor hits it, man, you see that blood real quick. All right, so you're gonna dip this guy down in the water. I usually fill up the sink or a bowl or something. And then what I'll do is I'll dip this back in the water just a little bit right before I go, just to make sure we got like a nice wet lather. You don't want a dry lather. There we go. Might have to go back and hit it. There we go. You see how it's starting to get real thick? Oh man, there's a million videos on YouTube of how to shave. I don't want to be one of those guys. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I do on the road. But I do this at home too, but I just have better brushes and stuff. But now I'm not going to look at the camera. I'm going to look in the mirror behind it. So what I'll do is, since it's a super aggressive razor, everybody's different, right? I don't just go straight down. I'll do one of these guys right here. See if you can hear it. Dip it in the water, get rid of some of that nastiness. Ooh. Have a temptation to want to look in the camera instead of the mirror. I'll come across here like that. I watch a lot of Ken Surfs. I love his channel. I think he's down there somewhere in San Diego. Anyway, he's one that got me turned on to Sterling Soap Company. He's a real cool guy. He cuts himself all the time. I go up on this part of my neck because the hair grows upside down, so yeah. Just tend to bleed less when I go with the grain, I guess. Man, these feather blades, they are scary. You just gotta go real slow and be real careful. You can almost feel it when you're messing up. You know what I'm saying? It's like your skin is telling you, hey dude. Dip that thing back in the water. I'm starting to get irritated. Right? Just be real careful. Ooh. There's a spot right in here where I always cut myself. So I try to not get myself, but I can already tell I did. Yeah, it happens. That's what aftershave for and Allen blocks. Aftershave is for. And Allen blocks. So like it's kind of what like boxers use and stuff. They get fighters and they get cuts on their face. Helps it stop bleeding. But you might say, why would I want to get into wet shaving if I'm going to cut myself? Well, you don't always cut yourself. I just like it better. I really don't know why. No matter what, when you watch people on here shave, they're going to make some funny faces because they're moving their face around, right? Ooh, you can tell it's been a while since I shaved. Getting real tore up. Probably should have used a closed comb razor. And not a feather blade, because feathers are just nasty. I recommend only using those if you shave every day, which I don't anymore because I'm semi-retired, so All right, at this point, what I'll do is get rid of all this. We're kind of getting in here to where we're going to do some fine detail work. So, anyway, I think the reason I like wet shaving is I like the shaving creams, I like the brush, I like the routine, I like the fact that it's kind of what our grandpas and dads did back in the day. I just think that's really neat. So, what I'm going to do is kind of hit the outline of the mustache here. Mustache is such a deeply personal thing that you don't want to shave again unless you're shaving again, which I'm not doing right now. But I'm kind of hitting some areas that maybe I missed a little. Getting a little right here on the outline so I can kind of pay attention to it. Everybody has a different profile mustache that they want. Right now I'm in the stage where I'm kind of letting the hairs grow long so that I can brush them to the side. I easily cut towards the bottom of the mouth is where I cut it off. I don't want to go above that because then they creep into the side of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I was in the military for so long that I wasn't allowed to have a real mustache. You're only allowed to have a mustache as big as your mouth is. And that's not very big, so you kind of walk around looking like Hitler. I just said that word, so YouTube is going to probably not advertise this video. Another thing is, I don't really like I don't like shaving with a razor around the cracks in my mouth because stuff gets cut in there and I don't like that. So, all right, we're about done. Didn't actually need an alum block. We just got some kind of irritated areas here. This I'll probably hit with it. All right, y'all don't mind me. I'm gonna move the camera for a second and grab this alum block, which I for some reason did not think I was gonna need for this video here. This is what it looks like. Some people use them dry. I dip them in some water. What I do is I'll kind of run it around any irritated areas. So close up those wounds if it is a wound. It's another way to kind of check too if you have some, if you did cut yourself, because it'll sting on the cut. I think I did all right. If you shave every day, your face gets used to it and it doesn't beat you up as bad. But so anyway, now that we're done with that, what I'll do is I'll wash all the soap out of this, because if you leave soap in it overnight, it gets hard and then bristles want to break off. So anyway, next phase, I'm going to use some Spearhead Seaforth aftershave. This is not so much alcohol based, but it has sort of like a star anise licorice kind of smell. Well, maybe not. Yeah, kind of. It's like a Ricard drink if you've ever had that. And I'll put some of that in my hand. And this is kind of like a milky color. It has lotion in it, so. But it doesn't sting as bad as some other ones. I actually like the sting, but I've been on kind of a licorice kick lately. Believe it or not, I just ordered some licorice toothpaste. I'm gonna make a video about that. Can you believe that? Well, I smoke a pipe, so my mouth is always just a little bit irritated. Because I'm always trying, people are buying me tobaccos, and I'm always trying new stuff, and it's like, they always want to buy you the aromatic stuff with a lot of sugar and chemicals in it. And that is the stuff that'll irritate you. If you just smoke Virginia or Latakia and blends or whatever, your mouth is fine. But if I smoke a lot of the licorice type stuff, it gets irritated, it gives you tongue bite, and you gotta take a few days off till that goes away. But anyway, The reason I brought that up was because mint toothpaste kind of burns my mouth. So there's this Italian company that makes toothpaste, and they have like a jasmine flavor. I got some of that, and I got some black licorice flavor toothpaste, which, I mean, it's not going to be black. It's going to be white. It's made in Italia, made in Italy. So it's probably kind of like Pro Razzo a little bit. Comes in an aluminum tube. But anyway, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take that razor blade out after a couple shaves and replace it with another one. But put the aftershave in like I just did. And then I'll take a little bit of beard balm of some sort. Get working into the mustache, and I'm kind of go out to the side. That's just how I like it. Everybody's different. The goal is to have it be long enough to where it's not sticking in your mouth and you can just kind of put it out here. I don't want to do like the twisty stuff, but you know, you never know, right? Everybody's different. Anyway, got some cool new videos coming up for y'all. I'm hoping to do some videos on different brands of knives, and I might even sneak in like a GUN video. Watches, knives, pipes, maybe even some shaving stuff in the future if you guys have any requests or anything like that. But anyway, that's kind of my routine when I go to a hotel. The normal brush I use is quite a bit bigger than this. So this thing just fits in this little tube. Boop. Well, once it is rinsed off, and then this part closes on it, and that goes in your little shaving kit or whatever. And then you saw how small this little kit is right here. You can get this on the Spearhead website. They're usually sold out, I'm not gonna lie, but it's a cool product. It's made out of like a wax canvas kind of thing. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching the video, and God bless you guys.